Oh, Lola, ladies and gentlemen. I almost clicked on the wrong one again. I almost did it, but I didn't. And first, which is crazy, but we just had a donation, as many of you have addressed in the comments. Excuse me, my good friend, the man, the legend. It is Tuesday, and of course, that means that Taco, the aforementioned, the titular Taco in Taco Tuesday, donated some crazy money. Thank you, Taco, for your donation, my friend. Let me get the old Lizardon over here. Happy Pokemon Day as well to my friends. That's actually, I had this whole thing about, like, a whole spiel about Pokemon Day and, like, what Pokemon means to me and you guys and the community and everything like that. And yet, Taco, just crazy hype. I don't believe there was a message. I'll double check. But to the best of my ability, yeah, no, just the man just donated out of the goodness of his heart. Thank you, Taco, you know you're amazing. You're the top Rhino. You've been the top Rhino many months before, and we love you, man. Thank you so much. I hope all is well, dude. And yeah, what's up? What's up, everybody? What's up, Taco? What's up, everybody? Please give Taco some love. Use some Taco emotes if you got them. But I'm gonna get into this while we actually discuss Pokemon Day and everything that is like that. Hello and goodbye, because I'm tired. No worries, Yana. Great seeing you. As brief as it was, and I'm glad you enjoyed the Marvel video yesterday. I put out, for those of you who might not know what I'm talking about, I made the first sponsor-only video, and put that up on the channel yesterday. So if you didn't see it, it's because you unfortunately are not a sponsor. Of course, you can change that, but you don't have to change that. But it is something that I give sponsors because anybody who decides to, you know, financially help out me and the channel and all of that, I think they deserve a little something extra, you know. And so yesterday I made a new video about Marvel movies for them. But anyway, regardless, I hope if you are a sponsor, you enjoyed that. If you are a sponsor and didn't even know, please check your little sub box again. Or I posted the link in the Discord sponsor section as well. So one of those two places you can find the link. But didn't watch the sponsor video. Oh, don't put the sponsor video. Stan put Iron Man 3 on the list. We got the first, man, I can't even win with my sponsors. You know, YouTube's already bad enough. It's only a matter of time before someone with like a Clorox picture, you know, puts some inhumane message even on the sponsor video. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding, of course. But what's up, Jojo? Well, how's it going, my dude? IG Pichu, welcome. Fluff Buff, yeah, it was a super cool video. So you all should sponsor so you can see it. Oh, thank you, Fluff. But yeah, I also want to know from you guys, you sponsors, that circle light in your glasses. I know. I don't have enough contacts this week. So I had to film with my glasses on because this is my last pair for the week. I thought I had 2 pairs. Turns out I only have 3 contact lenses, which is an odd number, but I have even eyes, or an even number of eyeballs. So yeah, I only had 1 pair for this entire week, which is today. I did order some, but I only ordered them yesterday, and it takes a week for them to arrive. So I won't have new contacts until like next Monday, which really sucks. But yeah, so on Thursday, expect another light reflected in my glasses stream, which there's literally nothing I can do about it. I couldn't get a trial pair or anything, so I'm kind of out of luck. But it was hilarious, yeah. Kidding. I was literally watching it when it got blocked. I agree with your number 1. I think, yeah, thank you, man. Thank you. I think it's one of those ones, it's controversial in the big picture, but when you really break it down, I definitely think it does make a little bit of sense, you know? I think a lot of people don't like it. Because it almost feels too small and too personal and not like the stakes are, you know, galactic, I guess, in a sense. But that's what I like about it. But anyway, happy Pokemon Day, Wildcat, and everybody out there. Please feel free to share some of your favorite memories with this series, with me and with the community today. Please, you know, feel free to reflect on your first game in the series, your favorite games in the series. Today is a day that we celebrate the, you know, one of, if not the greatest franchise in video gaming ever. At least certainly one of the most powerful and one of the most prominent and dominating forces in video games. Especially, I don't think you can even argue, there is no other handheld series or handheld series of games that are what Pokemon is and what Pokemon has done. And that's something that I don't think anyone will ever be able to take away from them. Doesn't matter if you're Angry Birds, doesn't matter if you're Jetpack Joyride, doesn't matter, like, in terms of handheld games, nothing beats Pokemon. And Pokemon Go is proof of that. In only like a few months, it became the highest grossing and most downloaded mobile game ever. Like, it's something beyond, you know, just traditional gaming. It brings people together from all ages. It unites people against, you know, their divisions in their life and their beliefs. And it's just overall a beautiful series that has a lot of lessons to learn. Great music, great content, great video games, anime, trading card, and I've made so many friends through it, and I can't say enough about the series because it really has given me so much in my life. But yo, Super Ash, I got Ashen Mimikyu. Oh, a shiny Mimikyu from Wonder Trade, but it's totem size. That's both awesome, but also maybe hacked. Hard to say, man, but either way, Super Ash hype. It is Pokemon Day. It also looks like it's Pokemon Day as well, which is, I think whoever named that that's kind of funny. But Super Ash hype and Yoshi Bros hype as well. Thank you, both of you guys, and Super Ash for the double dip tip there. I do appreciate that. Super Ash hype, Yoshi Bros hype, and thank you both, seriously, for the donations, for the love on this beautiful Pokemon Day, and welcome to the stream to anybody who's just tuning in. Please give them hype. Please give them love. And yo, what is up? Rob B. Rob, is it Rob with 2 B's, or is it Rob B or Robbie? Anyway, thank you so much, dude, for... I'm just kidding, but I know who you are. But welcome, and I hope you're enjoying the stream so far, my friend. Good luck tonight in your endeavors, whatever they might be. But hey, Stan, I finally got Ultra Moon today. Yay! Nice, Shiesty, nice. Congratulations. Of all days, it's a perfect one. I'm actually curious. Did they have it? I don't think they did because it's probably too new. But do they have like a little bit of a discount on it or something for Pokemon Day? I'm interested. I'm interested. Hype! All aboard the tip train! Thank you, Wildcat. Thank you. And yeah, thanks to everyone who's donated so far already. It's crazy. We're not even 10 minutes in and already like 5 donations. You guys are insane. So thank you for that. It's Def Rob exclusive, but is it a production? That's the real question. But anyway, Jojo, don't forget about the legendary McDonald's toys. Yo, where did I put them? Where did I put my dad? I'm not even kidding. I went up and visited my dad last Wednesday, and my mom too. But my dad, I don't know how he got these. I think I think he was babysitting my little cousin, and they got a Happy Meal. Anyway, so he like just hands me, we're like at dinner and we're eating, and he's like, oh, I got something for you. I'm like, okay. He like runs into his room and comes out with like a Litten McDonald's toy he had, and he's like, he had no idea what it was, but he knew it was Pokemon because it said Pokemon like on the package. And he's like, I saved this for you. I was gonna give this to you for Christmas, but like, and I was like, you appreciate what I do. You don't really know what I do, but you appreciate it, and I appreciate that. But it was adorable, which is weird to say about your dad, but like, he was, you know, he meant so well, you know. I got Breath of the Wild on Switch a week after it came out. It was a used copy. Who sold it? Who knows? Maybe someone thinking that they could like, you know, buy it and then like Nintendo would undersupply it, so then the demand. Who knows? It's really hard to say. It's really hard to say. I'm at Great Wolf Lodge. Nice. What are you doing in our... I mean, I love that you're here today, but man, oh man, Wildcat, you gotta be, you gotta be enjoying Great Wolf and all it has. Like the Pokemon burger or an actual burger? Is it BD1? Pardon? What is BD1? That's a heartwarming story. It was nice. It was nice, right? It was nice. Hopefully we get another heartwarming story, though, and it's the tale of how Stan got a shiny type Null. But anyway, yo, Jojo with the donation as well. P.O. Box, so we can send you Pokemon toys and cards. Am I right? Sir, I want to. It's just, you know, it's a downtime and whatnot. Like, I've always said I will get a P.O. Box, but only if, like, if things... pick up. If we get like a Gen 8 announcement or anything, I expect like a P.O. Box would definitely happen, but unfortunately we didn't get anything of the such today. However, you know, E3's coming up, so who knows? It's hard to say, but either way, Joe hype. Thank you, Jojo, for not only the donation, but also for spending Pokemon Day with us in the community here today and giving your time and energy. We do appreciate it, and you know we love you. You're amazing. Hibbity hype. Stan, what is your favorite legend, mythical, and event Pokemon? Okay, so my favorite legend, favorite legend would be, probably Lugia, so you can understand. I'm pretty excited about the new movie. And then in terms of event, I kind of like the event, Suicune. No, you know what? I actually will say this. Okay, this is how we're gonna do it. So my favorite event Pokemon by far is Celebi from Heart Gold and Soul Silver because of the event it unlocks. That event should have been in the real game. That event does so much for the character development of the villains of Gens 1 and 2, and I think it's a shame that it was relegated to an event, but I will say that one is pretty cool, and I love Celebi. Anyway, and then in terms of mythical, just purely mythical, it is Mew. I love Mew. I think Celebi doesn't exist without Mew. I don't even know if Pokemon itself exists without Mew. If you've never seen it, like a video or a report on it or read about it, essentially the games were selling okay, but they really started to sell after the announcement that there was a secret 151st Pokemon. Like, that secret really helped propel. I think it was an Iwata Asks about Mew, and they had oh my god, what's his name? He's an incredible. He actually directed Soul Silver and Heart Gold as well. I cannot remember the man's name right now, but he's really imperative in Pokemon's history, and he created Mew, and it wasn't Sugimori, it wasn't Masuda, it wasn't Go Ichinos, I cannot remember. Nope, not Ken Sugimori, but I think it was Ken something. I don't know. The point is, he created Mew as like a joke. Like the developers of the game didn't even know he put it in until it was already like out for release, at least the coding. And then it became like known that there was a secret Pokemon, and it just blew Pokemon into what it is today. So Mew. I like the unreleased Zero Aura. See, I want to see what they end up doing with that. I kind of do miss, they don't really do like actual events anymore. Now, mind you, I don't ever want them to do another thing like the Silver one in Heart Gold and Soul Silver with Celebi, because I do feel like that should have been like just in the game, because it's such a cool little like moment. But I do think like I miss like actual events, like Darkrai being able to like go to the island and getting like a fairy pass, and or Victini has something similar as well in Black and White. I miss that kind of stuff. I wish that like Zero Aura, or instead of just like walking into a Pokemart and getting a Magearna, you can literally like there's a real thing about them, you know, a weight to them. I think it makes them feel more impactful. Who are you hunting after type Null? We will be going for Stakataka after type Null. The good news is the odds are definitely better than type Null, so I cannot wait. Yo! Rob B Productions 2018, or just Rob Productions 2018, with that donation love as well. Rob Productions hype. Guys, please, if you have a music note or like a CD or a disc, anything musical related, please post that in the chat for Rob Productions. First time, well, not first time donator, but first time in a very long time. Appreciate you, man. You know I love you, and thank you so much. And yo, Caitlin, no worries, my friend, no worries. I can tell you've been busy. I know you've been busy, and it's all good. It's all good. It happens. Life gets in the way. Priorities. I totally understand. I can't say anything. I should be uploading more and stuff as well. Thank you, Cheerleader, for posting those musical notes for Rob Productions. Appreciate it. Thank you, Darkrai the Great Wildcat. I love it. I love it. Thank you so much, you guys. I've almost gotten the shiny charm. Which legend should I hunt first? Bobo, you should, for legends, I don't know. Some of my favorites are Rayquaza, Virizion, if you can get that. Giratina is pretty dang cool. Like, let's be honest. Ho-Oh is amazing. Got a great shiny. Any of the legendary beasts, I'm just naming a bunch at this point, but it is true. They're all really amazing. Wildcat, Shiesty, Jonathan Stinson, thank you so much for all of those beautiful musical notes. I appreciate it. Also, my BF bought a Switch and Breath of the Wild, clocked in like 30 hours. Oh, trust me. It, like, you're like 100 hours are going to go by in that game, and you're going to be like, I feel like I still have so much more to do. Like, Breath of the Wild is amazing. It's one of those games, now that I've had like a few months removed from it too, I feel like, because I completed everything that you could complete, pretty much, other than Korok Seeds. Even like in terms of like the side quests, I think I got like 90% of them done, and most of like the big ones I got done, like the house quest, things like that. So I definitely think now might be, with like the DLC and all that, might be a great time to like go back into Zelda Breath of the Wild. But it is, I'm not even saying this, like this is no exaggeration on my part. Zelda Breath of the Wild is quite possibly the single best video game I have played in the last 5 years. Mind you, Super Mario Odyssey is also a phenomenal game and one of my favorite games of the last 5 years. And I played Chrono Trigger for the first time in the past 5 years. But if I'm just counting new games games that have come out and released in the last 5 years, I gotta say, I think Breath of the Wild takes the cake. I think it might just be, and I haven't played Persona 5 yet still, which I need to do. I really want to do it. The anime is coming up very, very soon. So yeah. Yo, what's up, Chilean Pokemaster? Alola from Canada, my friend. I haven't finished Ultra Sun yet. Oh my god. I don't blame you though, because like, if I had to pick between Ultra Sun, which is like just a remake game, sort of like a retread of an already popular game that I've logged hundreds of hours into, or Breath of the Wild, which is, you know, this incredible exploratory, just like fills you with so much like power and fills you with so much exploration and just like, you know, and triumph. I would definitely pick Breath of the Wild as well. So no harm, no foul there. Shiny Kyurem, nice, 43,000 though, Danilo, but your persistence paid off. Congratulations, and yeah, enjoy your Shiny Kyurem, my friend. My best friend Midnight the Shiny Umbreon, 115, got a Shiny Rowlet in his nice Wildcat. Nice, congratulations. I get my Nintendo Switch on the 1st of next month with Super Mario Odyssey, which also, by the way, like personally, my favorite game of last year was Super Mario Odyssey. Breath of the Wild is the best game I played last year, like objectively speaking, and just like the one that I think made me feel the most like a hero. But Mario Odyssey was the one I had the most fun with. The one that I completed that game 100% as well in only maybe a week, and I loved and like when you start getting really good with Cappy and you start like figuring out all of the moves, like it's just so satisfying to pull off. Like, I don't know, I never thought that they could make the platforming better than Super Mario Odyssey or Galaxy, but my god, with Cappy and like the jumps and stuff you can pull off, it's a better platformer. It is probably the single best platformer ever made in the history of platformers. I will go on record every day of the week and say that about Odyssey. So enjoy, because I definitely did. Yo, Tuk Tuk, what is up, man? Everybody here on Pokemon Day. I love it. What is up, Tuk Tuk? What was your first shiny Pokemon? My first shiny Pokemon was a shiny green Wingull in my brother's copy of Pokemon Sapphire. I almost said Emerald. Sapphire. The first one, like not Alpha Sapphire, like the original Sapphire, when I was like 10 years old. So yeah, I had no idea what a shiny Pokemon was at the time. And I caught it because I was like, I knew there was something different about it, but I thought it was a glitch. So I actually caught the Wingull just because I knew if I didn't catch it, people would never believe that I saw a green Wingull. And I wanted to see if I caught it, if the glitch would change, and it didn't. And then I honestly thought that they introduced different colored Pokemon for contests. Like, I thought it would give me an edge, like getting ribbons in contests. So I actually trained, I evolved it to a Pelipper, and I trained that Pelipper, and it won every contest in Hoenn, and got every possible ribbon that it could have. And even though it had nothing special about it in terms of contest potential, but so yeah, it's kind of funny how that all worked out. But I lost it. I don't know what ended up happening to it. I cannot find it for the life of me. It's gone. It's gone forever. Pray to the shiny gods that I get this shiny Snivy soon. Of course, I'm praying. If you pray for me, actually, I'll just pray for you regardless. But I do hope that you pray that I get a shiny type Null soon as well, because we are now getting closer to I don't know, we're getting close to like the 1200 mark. You've been busy with school and work. Don't forget Overwatch, you know, Lunar New Year or whatever. My first shiny was a shiny Floatzel in my Pokemon Diamond. Nice, congrats. But I've never ever gotten a shiny during a playthrough of a game. It's always been post-game, no matter what. Even that Wingull was post-game. I was looking for a Jigglypuff so I could evolve it to a Wigglytuff and then put a bunch of legendary Pokemon to sleep so that it would make them easier to catch, like the Reggies, I think, specifically. And that's when I found the Wingull. I think I already had like over 100 hours in the game at that point. So yeah, I've never found one that I could add to my team and add to my party for a playthrough, like to go against the Elite Four, to go against the Pokemon League. So that's kind of sad. Like, I really want to catch a shiny completely random. You would think, because I have played, like, I'm not kidding, I have played Crystal twice, Gold once, Silver once, or twice, if you count the one that I played when I was, like, 7, but I maybe encountered a shiny there and didn't even know it. But still, I've played all of those, and then I've played Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, those three, Then I've played Diamond, Platinum twice. Also Fire Red twice. And Soul Silver twice and Heart Gold once. And then I've played Pokemon Black twice. Black and White 2 once. And then I've played through X and Y 4 times between both versions of that game. I've played through Oras once. I've played through Pokemon Sun once. And I've played through Pokemon Ultra Moon once. And I still have yet to get a shiny Pokemon, like, through my quest. Which is insane! Like, I've played so many times, like, campaigns. And I still... That's how rare shiny Pokemon are. Even in the newest games. Like, I have played through X and Y more times than any other, like, gen, if you don't include remakes and stuff. And I still, even with, like, 1 in 4,000 odds, it still eluded me. You know? I've played from Kanto to Alolan. Nice, nice. I actually have played Pokemon Red twice as well. And I own Pokemon Yellow. you can't get shinies in those games, right? So that's why I consider them, you know, null and void, essentially. Technically you can now, but I mean, when I played them, you couldn't trade them through the Pokebank and make them shiny. Nice, Chilean. Nice. Congratulations, man. My sister failed her first shiny. Yes, yes. So, Shiesty, this is a perfect example of this. So, I'm playing Pokemon X for the first time. I got my brother a copy of Pokemon Y. We're playing about at the same pace. He comes up to me one night. He's in a cave. There's a horde. Shiny Starly. And we're talking like the first cave you can get in through the playthrough in Pokemon Y. This man has maybe only played through 3 campaigns in his life of Pokemon, start to finish. And somehow he finds a Starly. And he somehow kills the thing. Instead of just throwing a Pokeball at it, he kills the shiny Starly. I could not believe it. He could have had a shiny Staravia or Staraptor on his team in Pokemon X and Y, and he kills it. Which is why we call him shiny, you know, the shiny killer. But it's just, yeah, it's so unfair. It's so unfair. But that's how it happens sometimes, you know. I've been playing since '99. Technically, I've been playing since I think '98 or '99 as well. But my first Pokemon game ever was actually Pokemon Stadium. So whatever year that released, I remember I begged my dad, and he actually, you know, bless his heart, went out and got. And I didn't get a lot of games, by the way. I have to say this. We were a family that, like, rented games. I never really, unless it was a birthday or Christmas, I never got a game. Like, so for him to do that, like, he knew how much I love Pokemon. I went to school the morning that Pokemon Stadium came out, and I'd been, like, bothering him about it for, like, weeks. Didn't ever expect to get it, and he picked me up from school that day, which was already weird, because normally I went to a babysitter, but he picked me up from school that day, and in the, like, passenger seat, there was Pokemon Stadium in its, like, box with, like, the cartridge thing for Pokemon Red, Yellow, and Blue in the box. Like, it was just the coolest thing. I still have, like, really fond memories. I think that's one of the reasons I really love Pokemon as a whole as well, is because my dad did a lot of really cool things, Pokemon related, for me as a kid. One day he pulled me out of school when he was working overnights. He pulled me out of school, and we went to Burger King, and we got Pokemon toys. I got a coughing plush little toy, so that was really cool. Another time, like when Pokemon the movie came out, not the first weekend, but the second weekend it came out, he picked me up from my babysitters. My brother had to stay because he was too young, and he took just me and him went to, like, the theaters and saw Pokemon the first movie. And he just, you know, he was really cool about that kind of stuff. So, and even till, you know, a week ago, he saved, you know, he saved the Pokemon toy that he got at McDonald's, and I think the series as a whole kind of reminds me of my dad. So I think, like, that's one of the, like, reasons why I love it so much, you know. And yes, cheerleader, I know, Hermione, that poor Celebi. That was a great name too, might I just add. I really did like the name. Oh no, Supersonic. I'm sorry to hear that. I will say though, I know it's not much of a consolation, but I like your Mabel profile pic. See you, Shiesty. Have a great rest of your night. Thank you so much for tuning in and spending a little bit of Pokemon Day with us, and I hope to see you on Thursday. You're back, Court Sceptile! And nice, cheerleader. I hope you do. I hope you successfully get it fast. Like, Stan, hi. What's your favorite starter? Guess what mine is. JSK. I'm going to guess that yours is Greninja. But mine is probably Cyndaquil still. I mean, even though, like, I've recently really started loving other Pokemon like Mimikyu and Lantern a lot more. Cyndaquil, again, that's the first Pokemon I ever got. Like, I ever got to call my own was a Cyndaquil. I will get her again. She will be resurrected. I still think you should name her Roy Miney this time, though. Just saying. I'm just saying. I'm so scared I'm going to soft reset over this Poipole. I'm at about 1,000 now, and if I reset over it, I'll actually die. I'm not gonna lie to you, I kind of feel the same way about Type Null. The good news is Poipole is so, like, different looking that you will be able to distinguish it very quickly. Just don't be too, like, trigger happy. Like, don't, you know, be ready to, like, soft reset it too fast. Like, take a little time. Take a little breather every time you soft reset. I know it'll suck, and, like, you will lose, you know, consecutive, like, you know, soft resets, and it'll feel slower, but it's so much more worth it, because if you do reset over it, it's gonna suck. It's gonna suck so much, my friend. Trust me. I'm very scared of Type Null myself, though, because it's so similar, because it goes from, like, a dingy gray to a dingy gold, or, like, rustic gold. You know, it's kind of scary. It's kind of scary. It's very, very similar to the 3D model. So I'm a little bit scared myself. The first ever shiny I got was, or sorry, the first ever I got was a Charmander. Nice, nice. That's awesome. How many shinies do you have? A lot. Since I've been streaming for the past, like, year and almost a year and a half, I've gotten, I think, around 66, 66, 67, something like that. Mind you, a lot of the ones I've done have been very, very difficult. The odds have not been good. We've done everything from 1 in 8,000 odds, a lot of 1 in 4,000 odds ones, a lot of soft resetting as of late since Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon came out. So that's a big reason for it. If I just did SOS hunting, I guarantee I'd probably have over 100 at this point. But going for certain Pokemon like Entei, which I never ended up getting, unfortunately, but like Suicune, like Trico, like Cyndaquil, Totodile, things like that have definitely added to the time for sure. Even I mean Drampa, right? Like, look how long Drampa took us. It didn't feel like long, but I mean, I think it probably took us in total probably 20-25 hours. So yeah. Do you play competitive Pokemon? I don't really. I'm at least, I can say though, like, I've tried before, and I at least, like, have a good understanding of competitive Pokemon, and, like, you know, the best sets and the best, like, strategies, and how to win in IV training and, or sorry, IVs and natures and EV training and things like that. I'm very, very much up to date on that, and I have actually tried to compile a competitive team before. I just, like, never went through with it because I just didn't have the patience. Whereas my like, worst spot as a Pokemon fan is definitely the trading card game. For sure, like, that is, I'm so bad at the trading card game. I have, like, I don't collect them. I don't really buy packs. It's, but I do definitely respect those who do, and I get it because I am the same way with other things. I love the collectability of other things, and, you know, I used to, when Yu-Gi-Oh was really popular, I was all about that Yu-Gi-Oh! Slifer the Sky Dragon was, like, my jam, favorite monster and dual monsters. Actually, that's not true. I really love Buster Blader. Buster Blader was, like, probably my favorite Yu-Gi-Oh card that I owned. Slifer was probably my favorite monster, but yeah, in terms of, like, the cards I had, Buster Blader was, like, I won so many matches using that ability. What was your longest hunt? Mine was Shiny Wimpod, and it took 6 months. 6 months, eh? My longest hunt, I want to say, has been Cyndaquil still, probably after all this time. We've had really long ones, but, like, that one... Oh, I was like, what is that sound? My brother is playing Fortnite. Yeah, no, Cyndaquil took a long time. It took us 3,500 soft resets, but I was being very, very careful with every single one. So, like, watching, like, other people hunt for it, like, you know, Jaywit, like, Renee, or, like, A-Drive, like, they were really, really fast. Like, they'd be like, bup, 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 and then soft reset. I was like, as you guys know who were there, I was, like, cycling through them every time. I was like, all right, Cyndaquil, or, sorry, like, Chikorita, Cyndaquil, Totodile, but let's check, like, I would go through them, like, 3 times to make sure. So that one took a long time. That was a lot of hours. Personally, my longest one and my least favorite one, it's a tie at this point, I think. Bruxish and Drampa. Those two, and I'm not just saying that, like, because of the recency bias. Drampa was rough. Like, that is one of the angriest and, like, only times really shiny hunting where I've let the lack of success really get to me. And Bruxish is one, it took me, like, 4 different attempts to finally get that thing. It was rough. Bruxish was super rough. So those two definitely stand out in my mind. Wimpod was really bad for me as well. But it was eased a little bit by the fact that we got it super quick. It's still my fastest hatch of an egg ever, Aeron notwithstanding. It's like yeah, I got it in like 86 or something. It was crazy. So, or I think it was even 68. That's like my quickest egg hatch like Masuda method ever. So I'm really, so I can't be too mad at it, you know. But Drampa and Bruxish and Cyndaquil are definitely up there. Entei and Regirock are also really high up there for me, and they might even get worse. After Sakataka, I definitely need to like redeem myself and get this Entei. I'm gonna start with Entei because that's the one that I did like last that I didn't get. So I'm gonna start again with Entei because I've been promising for at least 6 or 7 months now. I've been saying we're gonna go back to Entei. Don't worry, guys. So once I get Sakataka, I'm probably gonna like try to Masuda method Drampa, or sorry, not Drampa, Delmise, and then we're gonna go for Entei. I think will be the first like legendary we shiny hunt. Because, I mean, Entei's awesome. And I'm not going to lie, I like Regirock shiny, but I love Entei shiny so much more. And I already have S3, the shiny Suicune, so, like, it's got to happen, you know? I got to complete that set. Yo! Mr. JC Trainers Union, a.k.a. Mr. Kaninja. What is up, my dude? Welcome, welcome. I'm glad that you enjoyed the little sponsor-only video. Thank you again for all your patronage and all the sponsorship stuff. That's super amazing of you. And I really did want to do something a little extra for you guys. But yeah, man, what is up? Welcome. I hope you're enjoying your you know, Pokemon Day. And it's great to see you, man. Orange Porridge, yo! What's up? What's up? Dunsparce is my longest 3 weeks to hatch. Wow. My longest hunt was Masuda breeding for Trico and Alpha Sapphire. 1,200 eggs. See, I don't think I've ever gone above 1,000 eggs. Which is really bad. Like, I don't know why. I don't really like breeding. I like more engage. I actually prefer soft resetting to breeding, which is crazy. That's crazy, but like, I do. Mind you, breeding can be super hype when you do get, like, especially on stream. When I get the shiny on stream, it feels so amazing. Like, it's such a rush. But overall, like, just on my own time, I don't like it that much. But it is the best way for getting the Pokemon you want exactly. So I can't, you know, harp on it too much, I guess. Extra! Enjoyed Pokemon Day by playing Fortnite and COD. Nice, man. By the way, do you have Fortnite? Are you playing PC Fortnite or PS4 Fortnite? Or I think you have a PS4, right? It's not Xbox? I'm curious because I recently downloaded it on my PS4 as well. I've only been playing it for like just over a week now. My brother's literally outside playing it right now. I can hear him. And yeah, so we've been just, you know, we've been kind of enjoying that. I'm just curious. We should play. However, they are crossplays. Well, nice. We should play then, man. We should definitely play. I'm always looking for extra people. I played with Roy yesterday, like last night. That was really fun. I find the more people you play with, the better it is. Even if you know you go to Tilted and you get tilted and die immediately, I still think it's like worth it overall, you know? Yes, I would be so down. All right, man. Yeah, nice. I'm like I said, the more the merrier. Like that's one of the few games that I'm like the more people that we team up and play. I'm probably gonna play a little bit after the stream, to be honest with you. So if you're around, what is your first shiny ever? Wingull, shiny Wingull, and my brother's copy of Alpha Sapphire. If you actually rewind the stream about like 20 minutes or so. By the way, we also just hit 800 officially on the right hand side. I really don't want. I don't want to hit 1,000. I don't want to hit 1,000 on the right hand side. I'm gonna try to avoid that if possible. But yeah, yes, I honestly find that solo is rage inducing. I actually really like solo, but I find I can only really do like 3 or 4 in a row until I have to like put it down, and I just can't keep playing in solo. Like I don't know, but when I have a group, it's like it's just fun because I get to just like catch up with friends and talk while I'm also doing this thing that affects all of us instead of just one of us, you know? So, I don't know. I'm really digging it. What's your favorite Pokemon game? Mine is White. White is brilliant. I love Pokemon White. I will say, though, my favorite, if it's just a Pokemon game, like, no remakes, no sister games, then yes, Pokemon Black and White is probably my favorite. But if it's more than that, if it's all Pokemon core games, regardless of remake or anything like that, then Heart Gold and Soul Silver, I still got to give it to. I grew up, the nostalgia is so strong with Gen 2, but those games just, they take all of the things I love about Platinum and then apply them to, like, my favorite region and favorite, like, my most nostalgic time with Pokemon, and it's amazing. I still, like, I think that's the best the game's ever got, because it still has the history and some lore, but it doesn't quite hold your hand in the same way that Black and White do, but it still does hold your hand a bit, so it can explain things and, like, give weight to the characters. Like I mentioned earlier, that Celebi event with Silver and Giovanni is so cool and so powerful. So yeah, no, I really, really, really love Heart Gold and Soul Silver for so many reasons. Like the apricot balls, the story with Silver. He's still my favorite rival up until this point. Some of the Pokemon you can get, the legendaries, the mythology, the region, the fact that you can go to Kanto and like it's actually like deep kind of at this point. Like you can get Mewtwo again. There's new puzzles in like Seafoam Islands and in Victory Road, and like it's so good. And the difficulty of it is like, if you work hard you'll be okay, but like if you try to make shortcuts you're gonna struggle, because like there's such a crazy difficulty curve, especially with the Elite Four and Lance, and then some of the Kanto trainers. It's so good. It's so good. Stan, there was an announcement on the Pokemon YouTube channel that Rowlet is in fact the Gen 7 Hoot Hoot. Orange always trying to trigger me. It's real. No, I didn't actually see the trailer for the new movie, though. I tried to, and it wouldn't play for me for some reason. So, I'm going to have to do that at some point tonight, I think. I swear to God, man, something is wrong with these notifications. Did they not go out again? YouTube. One step forward, 5 steps back, right? How are you doing, Stan? Yokai! I'm doing well. How are you doing today? On this Pokemon Day 2018. Agreed, Gen 2 is bae. Like, Gen 2 is amazing, but then, and like even, I think my favorite gym leader of all time is probably Claire. So like, Gen 2 is amazing, but like Gen 4's interface with Gen 2 as a game, as a narrative, oh, it's brilliant. It's brilliant. It's everything I could want and more. There's a battle frontier literally ripped straight out of friggin' Platinum. Like, it's literally a copy and paste job, which normally I'd be like, that's so lame. But it's just like, it's something they didn't have to do, but they gave us just because they could. Like, so I appreciate that kind of thing, you know? Like, I wouldn't even care if Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon just copy and pasted like the Gen 5 like World Championship thing. I wouldn't care. Like, that's still amazing. They could even put it in 2D and I'd still be like, that just adds to the game, even though it's like just a copy and paste. I got to this stream with a notification right when it started, so it's not all faulty. No, and it's definitely not. It's gonna affect how you interact with YouTube, and like it's weird like that, but it also it's based on like how much I'm uploading and stupid things like that. So yeah, they definitely push certain things depending on various what's the word? Anomalies? Not anomalies. It's like algebra. I'm looking for the word. Variables. Oh! Huh, interesting. Okay, fair enough, Yenna, fair enough. Okay, Stan, please, you have to play a Mystery Dungeon game. I have to recommend, I've heard the Super Mystery Dungeon series is amazing. I do want to check it out. It took me forever, but like after complaining about it forever, I finally did actually play No Bunga's Ambition or whatever. No Boog. Anyway, the point is, I played that, Pokemon Frontier, and I enjoyed it. I definitely don't have any like desire to go back and play it, but it was a solid game, and it's quick, and you know it's fun. It's very cool, but so I will eventually get to Explorers of the Sky and all those good ones. It just might take a little while. That's all. Nice Overkill, nice. My best placing solo is I have 3 4th places, and that's the best I've ever done. One time I was 4th. I ran in a building to get cover. There was a trap. I died to a trap. It sucked. That's like the worst way to die when you're like that close to like winning, because it was just instantaneous. It was no like I couldn't fight back. It was just like I ran in a building and I was dead. Like that sucked. That really sucked. But I learned from it. Now I check a little bit more. Another time I just rushed a guy that I shouldn't have rushed, and he just beat me like fair and square. And another time I got picked off by like a sniper from super far away, and I didn't have a sniper, so I couldn't like do anything really. I tried to build a fort, but like it didn't help. It didn't help. It was too fast, too furious for me. I drew Burger with a burger via cheerleaders request. Awesome. I love it. I got the notification as well. Well, that's awesome, Midnight. Well, thank you for heeding the call. Can you do an impression of Linda from Bob's Burgers? Bob? Oh, Bob. I don't know. It's... Oh, that looks amazing. Something like that, right? Bobby. I'm sure that's awful, but... Have you played Monster Hunter World? I haven't. I've heard amazing things about that, too. I still gotta play Persona 5. Like, that's the next PS4 game that, like, I just really, really want to play. So before I can get to Monster Hunter World or eventually Kingdom Hearts 3, like, I need to, you know... I need to play Persona 5. Pokemon Ranger games are the best. I've heard good things. I like Roserade, but its English voice is so cringy. I don't think I've heard its English voice. I don't think I've heard it. It is printed there, Orange. Yeah, no, like I've said before, February and March, super slow months. So, you know, that kind of thing is going to happen. A dude hit on top of a building and scarred me. Uh-oh. That happens, especially when you get to, like, bottom 2. It's a lot of just, like, racing against the storm and trying to just, like, you know, not get... So, I definitely know one of the times that I made it to top 4, I hid in, like, a building. Like, I just chilled and hid because I was so scared that I was gonna, you know... That was actually pretty decent. It's okay. It's okay, right? Like, I don't think it's anything to write home about. I don't think I'll be replacing the actual voice actor anytime soon. What Pokemon do you think is underrated? That's a great question. Let me think. I think I'm surprised Bisharp, like, I love it, and I know a lot of people who love it, but I'm surprised that it doesn't get, like, as, like, I think that, like, I'm surprised it's not as popular as, like, a Scizor, or, like, a Scyther, like, you know what I mean? Like something like that. I definitely would have thought it would have, Staraptor, I think, as well, is one that I think, like, I think everyone always thinks of, like, Pidgeot, and now kind of Talonflame, because Gen 6, it was, like, really broken in battling. But yeah, I think Staraptor a little bit. I'm sure there's one that I can't think of, like, off the top of my head right now, but that is, like, Lantern, like, I love that, and I think it's so good, and I think people kind of, like, dismiss it pretty easily. So, yeah, I don't know, but I'm sure there's one that is, like, a perfect response, like, a perfect answer for that question, and I just, I can't really, you know? Licky. No, it's definitely not Licky. Licky's cool, but I think it's perfectly rated as it is. No worries, Bobo. Thank you for hanging out with us for an hour. I appreciate it. Take care of yourself. Hopefully, I see you Thursday, which is the next time I'll be streaming. Same time as tonight. And, yeah, take care, my friend. Happy Pokemon Day. Bisharp is one of my favorite Pokemon. Back when I was getting heavily back into Pokemon, my best friend spent weeks hunting me a shiny Pawniard because he knew I love it. Yeah, and the shiny version, that was actually, like, the first shiny Pokemon that when I was, like, in a serious, like, I'm going to keep going until I get a shiny, that was the first one I did, was a Pawniard. I love that thing so much. Like, the first one that I, like, actually tried to, like, get the nature IVs, like, all of that right, it was a Pawniard. And I succeeded. So, yeah. It's, and it's still one of my fondest, and it is one of my top 10 favorite Pokemon as well. If you watch my top 10, it is in there, and I love that thing so much. Yes, more Gen 5 love. I do love Gen 5. Like, I've never really shied away from that either. Even if you, like, watched my review, I go into it saying, like, this is the generation that reignited my spark for the series as a whole. This is the generation that made me go back and play other games. It brought me out of that, you know, kind of angsty teenage, like, Pokemon's for kids, and right back into, no, Pokemon is for everybody, and I love these games, and I don't care if I buy this game first day. Like, which is what I did with Pokemon Black and White 2. Like, Pokemon Black and White had such an effect on me that the day that Pokemon Black and White 2 came out, I was first in line at, like, Best Buy. When, like, no one was, I was, like, there, and, like, it was so awkward, too, because, like, one of the cashiers was actually a girl that I, like, you know when you're, like, a kid and you do those, like, you date for, like, a day? It was, like, one of those, and it was just, yeah, it was weird. It was weird for sure. But, like, I honestly, I didn't really, I cared more about getting the game than, like, but it was so, like, of course. But, But no, and Black and White 2 were phenomenal as well. So yeah, I definitely like when I loved and have very fond memories of Gen 5, and I've never hidden that at all. My first shiny was a Grumpig. Interesting, interesting. Yo, Deeks BR Games, what's up, man? How's it going? Oh, nice overkill. That's a great shiny. Bisharp from an egg? I got a Pawniard from an egg. Yeah, obviously, Spady EC. I did say Pawniard at one point. I'm sure I just, like, in my spiel, I probably just said Bisharp. But I did drop Pawniard earlier. My first shiny is Yveltal, Grumpig, and Giratina. Nice, nice, nice. Yveltal and Giratina, definitely very, very cool. I love Gen 5. It's what got me back into Pokemon. That's what I was just saying, yeah. Yeah, it was great for that. Thank you, Wolfgert. Thank you. Welcome, welcome. Diddly, 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 doo-doo-doo. First shiny was Rockruff. That was my first shiny in Gen 7. Fun fact. That was the first one. Before I even had the shiny charm, I was like, I want to test this new SOS method. And in 475, exactly, I got a shiny Rockruff. It took me 2 nights to do it as well, by the way. It was not easy. I'm doing Sandyghast, and it will be my longest Masuda. Yeah, but it's such a good-looking shiny. Palisand as well. So, yeah. What up, Fryth? How's it going? Oh, no, Kevin. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That sucks. What is your favorite Pokemon from Gen 5 minus Hydreigon? Mine would definitely be Bisharp or Ferrothorn. One of those two, both Steel types, interestingly enough. But I love those. I also really do like Scolipede a lot. I actually really like Electros after using one. I like Chandelure. Like, there's so many great ones. There really are. Crocodile, Chandelure. Hydreigon is one of them for sure. Zekrom is pretty dope. The Musketeer Trio, which is actually a Quattro, is really, really cool as well. But personally, I really like Virizion and Cobalion, though. They're both really, really solid. I like Genesect. Like, Gen 5 has a lot of great Pokemon. Volcarona is brilliant. Just such a great design. Like, even... I'm not the biggest fan of Volcarona personally, but just, like, the design of it and, like, the typing and the moveset, like, it's such a good Pokemon in, like, every way. And, like, it's such a unique and creative thing, I guess. I don't know. What is your favorite shiny Steel type? Probably Bisharp, because, like I said, it was the first that I Masuda methoded for properly and actually, like, achieved. It's one of my favorite Pokemon of all time, so yeah, probably Bisharp. And it's definitely better than, like, Ferrothorn. Ferrothorn has an awful shiny. It's like, Ferroseed has a great one, but Ferrothorn's is like, ugh. You know? Yo, and I didn't even realize it, but we actually hit 600 resets on the left. So, yeah, we're officially over 1,200, and we're going for 1,300. We're you know... We're going to continue along here. We're well past 1,000 in total. No easy breaks on either. No sub 500s on either, which is too bad, but, you know. What do you do? Meloetta is, man, I do agree with that. I think Meloetta is... I like all of the legendaries and mythicals except the Weather Trio, because they're kind of, like, lazy. They're just, like... They get better with their, like, Therian forms or whatever in the after the Dream World and all that. In Black and White 2, but yeah, I don't really like them that much, especially in, like, just Black and White. And Meloetta as well, never really, like, I was always just kind of like, I get what they're going for, but it's so generic to me. I don't know. Hey, do you remember me? What's up, Surfing Raichu? I do remember your name, yes. Also, would you rather Gen 4 remakes for the Ultra versions? What do you mean? Like, or did you mean or the Ultra versions? At this point, I mean, so here's the thing. I mean, like, Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon are cool, and if like, this is it's better than nothing, right? Because I still, no matter what, would rather get Gen 4 remakes on the Nintendo Switch. I don't want Gen 4 remakes on the 3DS. I can still play Pokemon Platinum on my 3DS. I don't need a remake on the system. But the Switch is another story. An HD cinematic Gen 4 remake, like, that is something that I definitely want. So... yeah, I hope that answers your question, but definitely, I'll take Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon over nothing. which is what we would have gotten if we didn't get Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. So, you know. You should nickname the shiny Null Gladion. I think that's like too on the nose, though. I think that's too common for me. And it is annoying in the anime. See, I never really watched much of Gen 5's anime, so I don't really know if it was annoying or not. I just, like, personally, it's just not for me, I guess. I don't know. BRB, phone about to GG itself. Uh-oh. Did you see the new Pokemon trailer? I didn't, Wolfger. I didn't. I tried to, but it wouldn't play back for me. I tried to watch it last night, and it wouldn't play back for me for some reason. So, hopefully tonight I'll be able to check it out after the stream. What do you think is the best target on Pokemon Ultra Moon, like for shiny hunting? I mean, I think it's very similar to Sun and Moon, which is, you know, your Rockruffs, your Pikipeks, your Crabrawlers. Like, they're very easy to chain. Rockruff has a little wrench in it with the whole sand attack thing, but if you know what you're doing, you should be okay. Yo, Vesuvius, what's up, man? Name the shiny bootleg Arceus. It kind of is in a way, isn't it? Maybe, I mean, it makes sense if that is like what they were going for. They were literally trying to breach the dimensions by recreating, you know, God essentially. Think of it like the whole Mewtwo versus Mew thing. Same kind of thing. What if Type Null was literally made by the Aether Foundation to be able to reach parallel universes and stuff and hunt Ultra Beasts, but using the powers of a god to do it? Because Arceus could definitely reach Ultra Space if it wanted, because it's the god of Pokemon, and it can actually like stop and utilize Dialga, Palkia, and Giratina, right? So it's yeah, maybe that's why. Maybe it's kind of like a Arceus Jr., if you will. Iris was a great character in my opinion. I always liked Iris in the game, so I imagine in the anime if they kept even like a little bit of her personality intact, she'd be awesome. But I haven't. Plus, I'm not gonna lie, it was nice. May and Dawn very much like blended together for me. Misty definitely is Misty's own thing. I found Iris was actually reminded me more of Misty, which is pretty cool because I mean Misty's the one I grew up with, obviously. So yeah, but Dawn and May and even Serena kind of just like blend together for me into like one, like this is the ideal female trainer for Pokemon, like for these certain types of games, and it's fine. It just, yeah, I don't know. Did you see Black Panther? What did you think? I think it's overrated, but it was still good. Cool guy, I did see it, and I loved it, man. I loved it. I think I have to give it a little bit of time and then watch it again to really take it in, because you're kind of right. I went in with super high expectations, and I think for the most part it did meet them, but there's definitely things that like I kind of want to see with fresher eyes when it's like just me, like, and I will say some movies hit in different atmospheres. So like some movies are like amazing with a theater crowd, and some are better like just kind of watching them on your own on Netflix or something. And so like it's hard to say, but I definitely really enjoyed it. I think it's got probably, admittedly, and I know this is one of the things getting the most praise for, but it is true, probably the best villain other than Loki in the MCU. But in defense of you know, Killmonger, Loki had like 3 or 4 movies to develop to the point where like people fell in love with him. And so like I think that's kind of unfair to completely match. Like it's not a pure, like if I'm like Loki and Thor versus Killmonger in Black, I think Killmonger's better, but Loki in the Avengers and Thor, like, you know, anyway, the soundtrack was the best soundtrack in any Marvel movie, like it, with maybe the exception of Guardians of the Galaxy, the first one. Personally, I like the second soundtrack as well, but overall, I gotta say the first one is like, it's masterful. Like it's, but yeah, between those two, again, it's a toss-up, but personally, I think I gotta give the edge to Black Panther. But I'm a big hip-hop guy, so that's one of the reasons I think why I enjoyed it as much as I did. Some people might not, and that's fine. But yeah, I love the culture, I love the color, like the colors, I should say, because, you know, saying it's obviously a very African-Americanized movie and whatnot, so saying color could be misconstrued. But I mean, I did love the fact that it was an all, like, mostly a black cast and stuff too. I think it was something different. It's something I'm not used to seeing on screen, which is cool. But I actually did mean just like the colors. Like it was bright, it was fun, it was unique, it was, I really did like it. But like I said, I gotta rewatch it again. I wouldn't quite put it in my top 5 favorite Marvel movies, but I definitely would probably put it somewhere in my top 10, if that makes any sense. But it's the only one I haven't watched more than once, so, you know, gotta get on that. Plus, I loved Like, the certain scenes with, like, the apartment, I love those scenes were so powerful, man. Like, that opening, that might be one of the best, like, cold openings in all of the MCU. Like, I was immediately sucked in. I was like, this is amazing. This is so much more dramatic and serious than I was expecting, and, like, moving than I was expecting. So, yeah. All I can remember about Dawn was that annoying Piplup. I do remember Piplup for sure. But yeah, like I said, like, May and Dawn always just kind of seem very similar to me. Like, they always kind of just blended together. Really, Wildcat, really. Excuse me. Who is the hardest gym leader trial captain for you? Mine was Whitney because of her stupid milk tank. Give me 1 second here, guys. I do quickly just need to charge up one of the 2DS's here. We might lose footage. There it goes. I had to, like, see, this is what I mean. I literally can't lift up my, like, my 2DS without it like bugging out on me. All right, I'm gonna have to refresh those. Sorry, but I definitely needed to, you know, fix the power issue. I do doodly doo. I do doodly doo. I will say, it was not a type null on the. Well, you can actually see it wasn't a type or a shiny, I should say, on the right hand side. So that's good. All right, come on. There we go. Okay. And Shaboigan. There we go. Oh, what? What just happened? I didn't even touch anything. All right, 1 sec, guys. Sorry about this. I hate when this happens. I literally hit the A button and it went wonky on me. Okay. We should be good again. I think we're good. Sorry, again, I apologize for that. I can't wait to, like, end this type null hunt so I can get back to single shiny hunting on just my right one, which is, like, does not have that finicky issue. Give me 2 Pokemon to fuse. Why don't you fuse, like, Roy's 2 favorites? Scrafty and Gengar. Have you done that yet for him? What was the song in the beginning of the stream? It was his theme from Undertale, which I love that song, but I've actually yet to play Undertale. I will one day, I promise. I just, you know, I've not done so yet, but I will. Alola Stan, I'm back. Sorry about that. I had to fix my Z-Ring. It was dead. No worries, no worries. Miltank is ManJTV's least favorite Pokemon. Oh yeah, I was answering who the hardest or, like, most frustrating gym leader for me was. Let me think. If any of you guys remember my gold playthrough, I'm inclined to say Bugsy when I picked Chikorita. That was really rough. But, no, I don't know. Like, Claire, I think, gave me a lot of trouble as a kid. And that's why Claire is probably my favorite gym leader, though, is because she's really difficult. And especially in the later games, like the remakes, you think you have her beat, and then she uses, like, a full restore. And you're like, oh my god, really? That Seadra, the Kingdra is already so powerful, though. Why? Why do you need to use that? So yeah, but I don't know, probably Claire. Claire's very difficult, I found. There is the grass trial in this game as well, in Sun and Moon and Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. That is also by far, I think, the most difficult trial in the game. Like, I actually picked the fire type starter this time around, and I still had trouble with the grass trial. So I can't even imagine what it's like doing the water trial, or like having Popplio on your team for that. Pokemon trivia: how many branch evolution are there? Also, I might be buying sponsor. Denial. I appreciate that. But again, you don't have to, of course. You don't have to. But if you do, you get a few cool perks, including one special video a month that just goes out to sponsors. The first one dropped yesterday. But if you do sponsor, you will get to see marches, which will be very cool. But yeah, branched evolution. What is branched evolution, you mean? Like Gardevoir or Gallade? Like that type of thing? Where it can go like either or? I guess another example would be Blossom and Vileplume, Poliwrath and Politoed, Huntail or Gorbis, like things like that, right? Is that what you mean? Alisa was the hardest? Yeah, and I think everyone's going to have a different opinion just based on like what your team was. Oh my god. This capture card, ladies and gentlemen, I am so sorry for all the trouble. Give me one moment. It's like, I hate it because it's one of those things where it's like, you finesse with it once, and then it just like stops. It just stops forever. Like, it's such a pain. But anyway, we seem to be back. Apparently they were trying to make Salisbury steak, but ended up making it too dry, so it turned into tacos. They were still dry. I'm going to the cafeteria next time. Nice, nice. That's unfortunate. I think I'm the only one who did not have trouble with Totem Lurantis. It's not even so much Lurantis. It's like the things that it calls in are like such a pain, and they can like affect your accuracy. And by the way, that was not a shiny on the left. But yeah, it's a pain. Totem Marowak, really? I didn't have much of a trouble with Totem Marowak. Professor Kukui, more like Professor Hunky. Who's the better, like, who's the more hunk of a professor, though? Kukui or, oh my god, Sycamore? Or the Masked Avenger or whatever. Are you going to play ROM hack Pokemon Stars? No. No, I'm not talented enough on the PC to use ROM hacks. No, I'm not going to play Pokemon Stars. Sadly. It's pretty cool though. I've seen like Splatoonion. That's pretty cool. Like certain things like that are awesome. I just, you know. No, Professor Birch. Professor Birch is probably my favorite of the Pokemon professors actually. Although after replaying Black and White, Juniper's up there. Juniper's definitely up there. Just because like the impact, she actually like takes things into her own hands. She, you know, she tries. She gets involved with like the evil organization. I like that stuff. I like that she, you know, she puts effort into it, which is nice. I hope we get more Eeveelutions in Gen 8. I think we're going to get one more. I just don't know what the typing is going to be. But knowing Game Freak, it'll be something that no one asked for. So, look forward to that, my friend. No, but like let's not kid ourselves though. If they come up with any Eeveelution, the internet's losing its mind. Like the community is losing its mind. So, you know. Yo boy Elm has something to say to you. I like Professor Elm, but Professor Elm might be the worst Pokemon professor. I'm sorry. He doesn't really leave the lab. He is not very proactive about things. He's just kind of a victim in a lot of ways. Which I mean, you know, sometimes being a victim is out of your control, but like and maybe I'm reading way too much into it because I've done these like in-depth reviews and had to read much into it, but I don't know, and he kind of like, he feels like he has his game and then he just never shows up again. Like, I feel like Professor Oak has shown up in like, what, 3 or 4 generations? But like, Elm kind of just like, and I think we've gotten like reference to Birch before, and we've gotten like, you know, like things like that, but Elm just kind of is just like there. I don't know. He's definitely, I think he's probably my least favorite of all of the professors. I'm loving this new 2DS because the screens don't need to display. The overall quality is better. I agree. I think it looks gorgeous. I'm all with you on that one, cheerleader. Hey Stan, what's up? How's the hunt? Adam, what's up? The hunt's going well as it could be, of course. My goal is really just I want to get the shiny before 2000 between both, if that could be possible. Like I want to, and knowing my luck, it might not happen, but like by the time we hit like 1,000 on both sides, or even, you know, if it ends up being 1,500 on one side and 1,000 on the left, then but before 2,000 on both, like I want to have the shiny. But of course, we'll see what ends up actually happening, because that's, you know, easier said than done. Oh, of course, Denial. Of course. He definitely shows up more because he's the most beloved, and it's a way that Game Freak can easily buy nostalgia. It's like they borrow his, like, you know, his, what's the word I'm looking for? Credentials? I don't know. They borrow his influence and then are able to, like, you know, if Professor Oak comes in the game and he's like, oh, Professor, not Sycamore, oh my god, what's his name? Rowan. Oh, Professor Rowan. You're such a great professor. I learned so much from you. Like, if that happens, then it automatically buys, like, Rowan credibility, you know? Same thing with Elm. Like, oh, Professor Elm is doing some wonderful research. You should definitely listen to him. Like, it just, you know, it automatically makes you think, like, Professor Oak respects this guy? I need to respect this guy. He must be awesome if Professor Oak is, like, you know, drumming up the hype. So that, I mean, that's a big part of it, for me at least. I've heard and thought about it, but like I said, I don't like. I already have really like I'm a collector. I like collecting things between games. Certain games. I'm definitely not like a Blade Blur collector. Like he has like everything on every system. I'm just more like I like collecting in-box Pokemon games, and I love collecting certain you know, gaming paraphernalia, like rare limited things. But yeah, so like adding one more of those things to my like I don't know. I kind of feel like it's a slippery slope for me. I don't like I have a very addictive personality, and so I have to be very careful about what I indulge myself in, if that makes any sense. Rowan was a professor? Yeah, Gen 4, right? What if Silvally evolved into type Null? I mean, that would be weird. That would be very weird, since it... Like, Silvally is clearly, like, supposed to be a better version of type Null. Think of it almost like type Null unmasked. Like, or uncaged. You know what I mean? So, it'd be weird to, like, recage it. What are all the Nintendo devices that you own currently? Oh my god. I have my brother's GameCube. I have my old N64 from when I was a kid. I have my Wii. I have a Wii U. I have a Switch. My girlfriend has an old Game Boy SP that I gave to her. But she doesn't really need because she found hers. So I have that still. I have no DS, weirdly enough. I do have a Japanese Mew Pokemon Center DS, but it's more for like show than like actually, you know, to like, it's for display, not to use. I don't play Japanese DS games on it, sadly. But, and then I have 2 regular 3DSs, a 3DS XL, a 2DS XL, and then a 2DS. And the reason for that is literally just because of capture cards. My brother has a 3DS and he doesn't use that, and then I had a regular 3DS. Then I bought a 3DS XL capture card, but then I wanted a second capture card, so I bought the 2DS capture card, and then my 3DS one went out, so I had to buy the 2DS one as insurance, just because, like, for example, not even just to stream, but, like, going forward, if I want to continue my, you know, in-depth Pokemon reviews, I'm kind of gonna need to play Pokemon, to have a 3DS to play Pokemon, like Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon at one point, you know, to capture the footage. So it's very important that I have a backup, especially because, as you guys have seen even today, my 2DS is super wonky, the capture card, so I don't really trust it to like live forever. Type Null and Silvally have almost the same stats. Silvally is just faster because it's uncaged. It's freer. But no, that's actually very interesting. I didn't know that. Our next door dorm buddies brought oatmeal packets. Nice, cheerleader. Have you ever considered playing the Pokemon? I did answer that already, Surfing Raichu. Can you show or display the Mew? Well, the problem is it's like locked up in a cabinet currently, and I don't have the keys on me right now. I'd have to I have the keys in a safe. I'd have to go in the safe to get the keys to then open the cabinet. So unfortunately, I can't show it off right now on stream. I'll try to remember it though, and maybe if I can. Random Nobody, thank you for the sub and welcome to the Stampede. I hope you're doing well today. But yeah, if I can remember for Thursday, maybe I'll be able to show it off. I will say though, unfortunately, the Mew, like the one thing that determines that it's a Mew thing, was scratched. I bought the thing for like 17 bucks or something. But yeah, unfortunately, it's been kind of like scratched off, which kind of sucks. You can definitely tell it's still the Mew one, but it's not pristine condition, and I never got it in a box or anything, which is kind of unfortunate. But it's very cool. It's very cool. It was to celebrate the 10th anniversary of the series. It was only sold in Japanese Pokemon centers. One day, I'd like to get the actual like boxed version of that. I'd also really like to get the Celebi Game Boy Advance, as well as like the Suicune one, the Latios and Latios ones, just for the boxes even. Like I love the artwork on the boxes. But yeah. What is Naganadel? Digimon confirmed. But if it was a Digimon, it'd be Naganadelmon, right? Schweppes the Poipole shall live tonight. They shall be born on Pokemon Day. If I had to pry my eyes open with toothpicks. You're really going in, eh? I love it. I love the dedication. I hope you get it. I really hope you get it. I think that'd be amazing. Also, just a heads up, guys. The stream is going to go for another 40 minutes. We're going to have a nice 2-hour stream today. Hopefully, I'm going to be able to get to 900 in that time. That is kind of on the right-hand side, of course. That'd be crazy to get that on the left hand. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. We're making really good time so far, barring those technical difficulties I had. Bless college kids and our struggle for edible food. Seriously, though, right? Oh, I'm sorry, Wildcat. I'm sorry. How much was it? The Mew 3DS, like I said, I think I got it on eBay for like 17 bucks or something. Super cheap because it was not in great. It's like in like 5 out of 10 condition. It's not that good. It works fine. You can play games because like in the eBay listing they had like, you know, they had like an image of like the game actually working in it. But it just, yeah, it was not anything too crazy. Where the mods at, ooh. One went down to a special place. One got stung by a bee and had a swollen face. One is a Roy who doesn't give a crap about the streams. Oh. One had another thing to do. One was working out with a friend or two. And one was, of course, just hanging at their place. All the mods were away on a Tuesday day. But that's okay with me, it's okay. But yeah, that's where the mods are. How do you get a 2DS capture card? You spend a lot, way more money than you probably should to a guy in Japan. And then you pay him more money so he ships it quick. No. But seriously, that's kind of it. Just Google search it if you really want one, but just bear in mind they are very expensive. They're like, it's like a month's worth of rent expensive, which is like super, super crazy to me, but c'est la vie. I kind of need it for what I do, you know? And I am also super lucky. Through the merchandise, we were able to do about half of the cost, so that was really cool as well. So yeah, I have an amazing community who definitely helped with you know, making sure it wasn't so, you know, it didn't hurt too bad, I guess. Make that a song and earn 1K. You should shiny hunt stream older games. Well, I've done Gen 6 and I've done well, yeah, Gen 6 and Gen 7 mostly. I want to do Crystal at some point for the Celebi, but I feel like way too many people are doing that right now. So I want to take some time and I want to do it when it's a little bit calmer and, you know, not everyone is doing it simultaneously and comparing like numbers and stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna hold off on that. But eventually, yeah. I like Gen 6 and above because obviously the odds are better, right? So like when it comes to streaming, I want to make the odds as good as I can possibly make them. Celebi is of course an exception, as well as some of the starters that you have to get via like crazy odds are an exception as well. I wish that there was an easier way to get Gen 4 starters. It's really like, it's so long, the cutscenes in either, it doesn't matter if it's platinum or diamond, they're both really, really long and they take forever and the odds already suck enough. Like it's brutal. Gen 7 is also really bad for time-wise, but at least the odds are like cut in half. But yeah. Oh my god, Orange. The Rowlet news is not real. But yeah, no, seriously, thank you for tuning in today. I appreciate it, of course. You're amazing. Orange, Porange, hype. And yeah, thank you so much. I will hopefully see you when I see you, my friend. Shiny Hunt in Gen 1. I will never do that. I will never do that. I know you actually can. You actually can. I do not have the patience to go through stats and be like, this stat is this, so it will transfer and become shiny. This is not for me. Especially on stream, no. Electro, Diglett, Nidoran, Mankey, Venusaur, Rattata, Fearow, Pidgey, Seeking, Jolteon, Dragonite, Ghastly, Ponyta, Vaporeon, Poliwrath, Butterfree. Gotta catch 'em all, gotta catch 'em all, woo! Gotta catch 'em all, gotta catch 'em all, woo! Gotta catch 'em all, Roybinmon. Charmeleon, Wartortle, Mewtwo, Tentacruel, Aerodactyl, Almanite, Slowpoke, Pidgey, something. That's all, folks. Catch 'em, gotta catch 'em all. Gotta catch 'em all. Pokeroys, boo. You should do some Gen 5 shiny hunting. I found that entertaining, and it's got some good odds. They're okay, but they're still 1 in 8,000. But maybe one day, maybe one day. I will admit, I love the Gen 5 sprites. I think they're gorgeous. They're so colorful, and those black lines help make everything pop. I love them. I love the Gen 5 sprites. Those probably are my favorite sprites ever. However, the Gen 4 ones are really good too, by the way, and they're pretty identical. But Christopher, Lyra or Lyra, thank you for the sub. Welcome to the Stampede, Christopher. I hope you're doing well today. Clap, clap, clap. Very good singing. Thank you, thank you. That's my Poke Rap. You guys should definitely look up if you haven't already. Someone made a version. You know what? I will play it as the outro song today. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but it's a popular song where they just use Pokemon names, and it's amazing. It's so brilliant. It also might be slightly offensive to Spanish or Latin-speaking people. However, it's like, it's not actually offensive, but you'll see what I mean when you but it's awesome. It was on Reddit the other day. The singing isn't the best, I'm not gonna lie, but the creativity and the way they use the Pokemon names is A1. Like, it's worth it just to hear like the creativity. Also, oh, there's my other water. It's time to rehydrate. I finished one bottle of water, and now it's time for bottle number 2. The barley wrap was fire. California Barrels? Oh, that's going on the Christmas album for sure. I'll tell you what, for Christmas, I'll make an album of some of your guys' favorite songs from the streams. I listened to that recently and I loved it. It's awesome, right? Again, the singing like is unfortunate, but like, hey, not everyone has professional equipment and not everyone is crazy like talent. Like I made Take a Stock and I can't really sing, so you know I get it. I respect the creativity. Yeah, a lot of them do for sure, Zaners. Yeah. Like I was confused about that as well, or not confused, but you know what I mean. They're like impressed, I guess, that there were so many. I was like, they're just gonna have to keep repeating names, and then no, like they go for an entire chorus. I have Denialo, yes, yeah, on Smosh Games or whatever, right? Yeah. Which Gen 5 ground type do you like more, Krookodile or Excadrill? Probably Krookodile, but Excadrill is pretty amazing as well. But yeah, I think Krookodile for me. It's the design is so cool, and the typing. Plus, I really like dark types. Like dark types are one of my favorite, like top 3 typings for me. So it just, you know. I'm back. How's it going, Bobo? Bobo, my boy. It's going well. It's going well. Still no shiny, but we're still hanging out. We're still talking Pokemon Day. My friend at school coined the term shiny beast hunting for shiny ultra beast. Did he coin it though? Did he throw a coin at it and be like, "It's mine. It's mine, Jeremy. Don't you take it." No, that's awesome. That's awesome. Dark types for the win. Yeah, I mean, I love Dragon, Electric, and Dark. Though if I had to only pick one, it's hard. Like sometimes I'm like Dark for sure, and then other times I'm like Electric, of course. So it's really hard to pick for me, but I love them all. Oh, he actually threw a coin at it? That's funny then. Roy boys in the night. Ba-da-da-ba-ba. Fighting for what's right. Ba-da-da-ba-da-da-ba. Eating lots of head lice. Cause that's what he likes. I'm not gonna argue with what he likes. Same here, love Dragon, Dark, and Electric. They're great typings, you know? Like, and they include many of my favorite Pokemon of all time. I also apparently really like fire types, just because, like, Talonflame and Cyndaquil are 2 of my top 5 favorites, so I kind of have to say fire, but, like, I'd say electric over fire for sure. And I've always said this as well, I love water types. Like, literally, some of my favorite Pokemon are water types. It's just, there's so much water typing, like, that if I say water types, it includes everything, and, like, there's a lot that kind of, like, bring down the hype on water types as a whole, you know? Again, very good singing. Thank you. That was my Roy Boy song. SUB hunting would be a better one to throw a coin at. I guess. You know, it doesn't really matter as long as you have the patience and you get the Ultra Beast, right? I heard that people say Guzzlord is a weaker version of Hydreigon. In the like competitive scene, I think that's actually true. Because it's got the same typing, it shares a very similar move pool, and I think it also, like, they have, like, it's kind of like a lighter version of it, and I don't think the stats are quite as good, which is kind of crazy, because one is a pseudo-legendary, and one is, like, an actual, I mean, I know Ultra Beasts aren't technically legendaries, but they might as well be, you know? even if they kind of go against the definition of it, because a legendary is something that there's only one of, and you can catch multiple Ultra Beasts. So I get that, but it just got my very first shiny Xurkitree. Nice! I got it just now while watching the stream. Congratulations, Surfing Pikachu. Ideas for a shiny Xurkitree. You should name it Sprout, or Stringly, or Foamer, or Dolores, or Catacomb, or Geriatric, or Treasure. I don't know, one of those. RIP, Hydreigon has a higher base stat total than Guzzlord. They should fix that. This is what happens when you have 7 generations of pocket monsters. You end up with things that just, like, don't make sense. Like Mewtwo, Mega Mewtwo's are stronger than the god of Pokemon, Arceus right now. Arceus really needs a buff in the Gen 4 remakes to make it the supreme being of all Pokemon again. There's no way that any Pokemon should have a higher stat total than Arceus. Like, there's no way that should happen. Of course, though, they move on in later generations, and they're like, in Gen 4, they're like, yes, this is the omnipotent, this is the greatest Pokemon that's ever existed, the best stats, the god of all Pokemon, and then, like, Gen 5 comes around, and they're like, yeah, but you know what, that was last year. We should do something to, you know, we want to make something stronger, because Yo, Roy! I was just singing a song about you. That's so weird. Did I summon you with my song? I hope so. This Tepig is a stubborn fellow, because I've been going for 5 days straight for shiny Tepig. You will get it, though, Campbell. You will get it. And Emboar looks great, so you'll get it. When are you going to make a new video? I actually just did make a new video. However, it was a sponsor-only video, because it's in the fine print. When you become a sponsor, I'm obliged, but I actually enjoy making it, but I'm obliged to make one extra video a month just for sponsors only. I am currently still working on the rarest Xbox games ever made, and that's for the original Xbox, nothing past that, not 360 or anything like that. So yeah, I definitely hope you're looking forward to that. I even have the thumbnail, I think, still on the Ultra Moon. Is that it? Yeah, there it is. So, like, the thumbnail's already made. It's like, I've made some new assets for it. Unfortunately, I had some really, really cool things. Well, I guess cool, but, like, also time-consuming things start to happen in my personal life in the last, like, 2 or 3 weeks. And so, unfortunately, I haven't been quite as on the ball on that episode of The Rarest. But I promise, depending how everything goes, I will be getting back on that horse, and it will be coming out sooner rather than later. It's just a matter of, you know, finding the time for it, I guess. I mean, seems a bit excessive in my opinion, but that's really generous and kind of you. Yeah, well, I mean, like, you know, if someone's going to support me financially every single month, then I mean, I think they're more than welcome to get... It's nothing, like, big. I'm not, like, making, like, an episode of The Rarest just for them. Or, like, it's not like I'm doing, like, an hour-long in-depth Pokemon review that only sponsors get to see. It's just like, you know, a quick little, like, I point a camera at myself, I talk about something on my mind, and then I edit it. And, I mean, I was relatively able to make that in 2 days, that video that came out. So, like, it's not really that much of a hassle. And it's fun. Like, to me, it's fun because it's not crazy produced, so it's something... It's like, think of, like, the way that you can make a Roy Responds, Roy, and, like, compared to, like, an actual review. It's kind of like that. It's like, I can sit down and just, like, talk and answer questions and things like that. So it's cool. What's your favorite UB? That would be Kartana, my friend. My second favorite Pokemon and favorite UB is Buzzwole. Nice, nice. Good choice. What's up, Stan? Jacko! Nice. Oh, by the way, Roy, you should definitely... I mean, you might have to, like, cut in and out, but you should definitely swing back around, like, closer to 9 o'clock if you can't stay, because we're going to play a really, really cool Pokemon song that I guarantee you haven't heard yet, that I think especially you, with your beautiful Latin blood, are going to enjoy. Yeah, exactly, Roy, exactly. It's not like, yeah, I'm not like going out of my way and making like a top 10 that's like super produced, like a 40-hour project. It's like an 8-hour project. It's something I can get done in like a day. Sometimes even less. I think yesterday it probably took me in total probably 6 to 7 hours of my time. And it wouldn't have even taken that long, but I ran into some issues with copyright, and that ended up being a big reason. Okay, sounds ominous. No, I'm just saying, I think you'll really enjoy it. You've got that beautiful Spanish blood in your veins pumping, and I think you're gonna like this song. It would be so broken with the stats and power. I mean, and that's the problem. The bar has to keep getting risen? I don't know, but you know what I'm trying to say. The bar keeps getting raised. That's what I meant to say. I would guess it would have BST of 800. Spanny blood, as they say. What if they say Stanny blood? I'm just saying, man, if you're ever in a medical emergency and you need, like, and we have a similar blood type, I will donate blood to you in a heartbeat. Kidney is a little bit different. Like, it'd be asking a lot if you were like, Stan, you're the only match for a kidney transplant. I need it. That'd be a little harder sell. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie to you. But blood, I can manage. But can we limbo with the bar? I forget my blood type. I don't even know it. I've never known my blood type ever, so don't feel too bad. My parents really did not care. They don't even know it. Stan, I need a DK, please. I'll make DK64. I don't like. I actually wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that. Even for you to make, because I know you'll end up just like making DK64 in like a night, on like a Friday night, and put it out Sunday. So like that's a no deal. If you actually took your time and made like a 500 hours worth of DK64, then I might consider it. But like, I know that's not gonna happen. Arceus should either get a Mega or a Fusion. I think just a form. Like, you know how like Groudon and Kyogre and Rayquaza, and yeah, I know they were technically Mega Evolutions, but just like give it a Primal form, like something like that. I think that's fine. But a natural, an innate way to get a new form, you know. It could be a big selling point as well for the Gen 4 remakes. Like, and just for this time only, we're doing an event. You can finally get Arceus or Arceus on your team, and it also has a new ability where it can just like automatically transform. Cool, right? What Pokemon would you not want to get on its bad side? I mean, Arceus is up there. You get on Arceus' bad side, and it just like within a blink, it just wipes you away. You were never born. So yeah, that'd be pretty, because like, that's not even pain, it's like nothingness, you know? You wouldn't even know what pain is, like, ever, if Arceus, if you messed up with, Giratina is also another one. Gen 4 has a lot of Deity type Pokemon that I would not want to mess with. My Ink type is O+. That's a really good blood type though, right? Or Ink type, if we're going by that phrasing, but yeah. That's a really, really good one, right? Like, isn't that like universal donor? I don't know. I think O negative might be better slightly, but still, right? Isn't O positive still pretty good? Gotta run. Been feeling sick, and I gotta head to bed. See you next stream. No worries, Surfing Pikachu. Again, congratulations on your recent shiny. I hope you feel better, and I hope I see you Thursday. But don't worry, the stream's only gonna be going for about another 20 minutes-ish. So don't worry too much, my friend. Of course, I can't guarantee the shiny could pop up during that time. We've definitely gotten a shiny, and even like a hard shiny, like a soft reset shiny, in the last 20 minutes of stream before. So like anything can happen. You know, definitely stick around. Don't go anywhere. I haven't given up yet, and I hope you guys haven't either. But, and I'm just saying, if any miracle is gonna happen, Pokemon Day is a pretty good miracle, right? So we'll see what ends up going on with type Null, if it wants to shine or not. But in the interim, you know. Stan, you should go for the shiny Ashcat Pikachu glitch. It's a Pokemon that was supposed to exist. I've heard about that and seen that. I should definitely do that, shouldn't I? Do you think the Alga and Palkia will get new forms in the Diamond and Pearl remix? Yes, I absolutely think that. That seems to be something they're doing. I mean, you know, not Zekrom. What am I saying? Yeah, Kyogre and Groudon got that. So I could definitely see it. O+ can go to anyone with plus blood, but O- is universal. Right. That is what I thought. O+ is universal receiver. O- is universal donor. I donate blood whenever I can because we O positives got to keep our own supply. Right. Good point. Yes. I know O is like pretty. It's a pretty good one. I'm pretty sure I have like my mom knew it at one point when I was born, and I'm pretty sure she told me that like she's almost 100% that my blood is like. It's not quite the most like technically like the worst and most selfish one, but it's like the second most selfish one, whatever that is. Like I think that's in the A's. I think that's in the A's, right? A, like A positive or something. And Overkill is apparently A positive as well. Again, I don't know though. I actually don't know what my blood type is. I could be B something. It's hard to say. My blood pressure is really low, so even if I wanted to donate blood, I'd surely faint. Yeah, please be careful of that then. Please. But yeah, O negative is the best one, right? Because it's like you can donate to everyone, but it's actually hard to receive, right? If you're O negative, it's like great for everybody else, but it can actually cause you to be in a pinch because you can only accept O negative, right? Or something like that. I did learn all this in biology, I swear. It's been a few years. O negative would be a crap blood type to have. All the blood drive companies will spam you. True. But I mean, it's for good. Like if I had O negative, I'd probably give blood a lot. Because I think it's not your duty or anything, but you really can help like a ton of people in that scenario. So I mean, if you have the time, if you have some to give, if it doesn't like affect you too bad, you know, like in the case of like a Jenna, for example, then I think like definitely, you know, I think I would. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, knowing just me and my personality, a few times I'd probably like mean to do it and then just like not get around to it, but I would try at least, you know. Nice, Alex. Nice. Yeah, I wish there was an easy way to check what your blood type is, but you know, I've never been able to find out. I think my doctor must know, but I haven't been to the doctor in quite a long time, which, I mean, knock on wood for that. Like, that's a good thing. Ooh, true, Jenna. Yeah. No, definitely, you know, stay away from the blood drives, I think. My blood type is red. Mine is sometimes blue, but only when it's in veins. And that's only because it appears that way through the skin. I gave plasma once and the woman dug the needle around inside my arm and it hurt. So I've heard plasma is like very painful to give. I've heard that. It's very, very painful. One of the most painful, like, because I'm actually pretty good with needles. Like, my dad is like a baby when it comes to needles, but I'm pretty good with them. I don't get scared by them. I don't think they hurt that bad. I just take a deep breath and I talk to the nurse or whatever, and it typically is over and done with really quick. Even when I got my tattoo, I went in expecting like awful pain, especially because I got it on a pretty soft part of my arm, and it ended up being like really like not that bad. Like, it was painful. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and be like it felt like a kitten licking me, but like it was still painful, but it was like very easy to manage, like manageable pain for sure. And at one point it did actually start. I get like that whole thing about like tattoos actually, you know, because I can see how people can get addicted to that sort of, not pain, but like there's something in it that I think it's like because it makes your endorphins like go on like full tilt, and you know, it makes you like, it like pumps up your adrenaline. So I can kind of see it. It's like a weird type of pain that's very unique. Like, I would rather get a tattoo than stub my toe. I'm not even kidding. Mind you, not like if I could get that pain but not have the tattoo, like the permanent ink on me, then that I would do that. But in terms of like the pain, like I've been like more upset by like stabbing my toe or stubbing my toe. Don't stab your toe. That's bad. Don't stub or stab your toe, technically, I guess. I just saying this to anyone who ever needs to get anesthesia in their two upper front teeth. Just a little advice, don't. Ooh. That is rough. It bothers me in TV shows when they give people needles and just shove it through their arms. Like, you're supposed to hit the vein, not go through it. Yeah, but they gotta be careful, right? Like, they can't actually use, like, real needles. I mean, I'm sure some crazy method actors, like, use real needles and stuff, but you gotta be kind of careful, I guess. And, like, the thing with film, too, is there's, like, takes, so you don't want to actually provoke the vein too bad, because if you do provoke the vein too many times, then it could rupture or something. Like, again, I'm not a medical professional, so maybe I'm just, like, everything I'm saying right now makes zero sense, but I think there's a reason why it typically looks a little fake, you know? I bet the Diamond and Pearl remakes will be called Adamant Diamond and Lustrous Pearl. That'd be cool. I'd be down for that. The conversations we have on a shiny hunting stream. Yes, Jacko. Yes, it definitely. But the thing is, I've shiny hunted so much. I've answered every shiny hunting question possible in the you know, in the realms of thought until like Gen 8 comes out, and then I have a new crop of questions to answer. It's really like, you know, you gotta keep entertained somehow, right? I guess. And so yeah, we have random conversations for sure. But my name is Random10, so full disclosure right up front. And you know, it's to pass the time, and I find it interesting. But I've talked about some really crazy stuff. I've also talked about a lot of Pokemon stuff. Today, I would actually say today's been one of the few streams I probably talked more about Pokemon than non-Pokemon stuff. And the thing is, you'll find this with any shiny hunter. Eventually, you kind of have to. Like, you kind of have to, for your own sanity, talk about other things. And you have, like... So, that's why I find it's very easy for someone who, like, is just starting out in the shiny hunting space to start gaining an audience, like, really big and really fast. But over time, you'll see that audience slowly come down and kind of stagnate a bit because you've answered every possible question about Pokemon multiple times, and people move on to the next person because they can get new answers, you know? So it's very interesting to think of it that way. But, oh, I definitely hit the wrong one there. Okay, I'm going to keep this 871, but thank you, Bobo, especially for soft resetting. Like, soft resetting, it's a lot of streams of doing the same thing over and over and hunting the same Pokemon. So it's, you know, hello, Jackie. True dat. I have an EpiPen, so I have to know how to stab people with needles. True. And I hope you've never really had to use it. I hope you've, you know... I'm just hoping for a post-game platinum thing like the Delta episode and Rainbow Rocket. I think we might get something. They did, like, if the trends continue, and that's what I'm saying, I think they would do an Arceus, like a Deity event or something, where it's like, in the post-game, you have to maybe, like, track down the opposite mascot, maybe Giratina, and then you actually come face-to-face with Arceus and travel through, like, different space and wormholes. Maybe even they could do, like, an Easter egg of, like, one of the places you have to travel is, like, one of the Ultra Beast, like, homes. I gotta be careful clicking that. That wasn't shiny again, but I have to watch that and be very careful. But yeah, that'd be really cool. Yo, Melissa! Welcome. How's it going, my friend? You're back, and Supersonic Chow is back as well. What's up, Sonic? We have about 15 minutes left, and we also have, you know, I should definitely try to get to 900 tonight, I think, right? Even if I have to go like 10 minutes over, I think it's worth it to get to 900. I think I owe that to you guys as well after I went really short on Sunday night stream. I was really exhausted, though. I legitimately was. I got up yesterday, like, I went to bed at a great time on Sunday, though, and and there goes my capture card. But yeah, and I got up at like 7 a.m. on Monday, like yesterday morning, and it was so good. It felt so good to get up early. I was able to get breakfast, make that sponsor video, get everything done like so much earlier. It was great. All right, there we go. Hopefully that fixed it. I'm not gonna write you a love song. And 644 is not shiny. Too bad. So sad. Zinnia returns. I mean, that could be cool if they did something like that. I think she definitely has a following and a fan base for sure. How amped up do you think the new Switch game will be visually? Like a good improvement or Unreal? No. It's not going to be... We are never going to get like Unreal Engine 4K. Nothing. I don't think the Switch is capable of full true HD, let alone 4K. But it's very close. And I definitely, like I've said many times, you should... I think the best thing, look at Wind Waker HD. That's probably what you can expect. A nice cel-shaded, gorgeous water effects, like things like that. But it's still going to look very much like the games we currently have. Just everything is going to be less pixely. Like, you can see it right now, just looking at how jumping up and down. There's, you know, thick black lines and pixels. That'll be really interesting to see, like, what they do. Do they keep the black lines around? Because the reason they use such thick black lines on their models is to kind of give, you know, focus, I guess, to the Pokemon in the pixelated when they're blown up on screens. So when they're advertising in their trailers, in their, you know, their Nintendo Directs and things, they need those thick black lines because it makes this Pokemon stand out more. But I'm curious, if they have them in HD, they won't really need to use, like, they have a reason to justify not using the black lines or making the black lines really thin. But it'll be interesting to see what they do. If it looks like that, like, Citra thing where they don't put the lines on, you know? Oh, thank you, Jacko. Thank you. Stan, how's it been? I haven't been here in a while. YouTube decided not to work on my iPad. A-Drive, what's up, JPB? Welcome. Pokemon Day equals Pico Day. Pico in the house. Pico in the house. A Wind Waker HD-S graphic style and quality would be dope. That's what I think you can expect, and I think you can also expect that Gen 9, when we eventually do get it towards the end of the Switch's lifespan, Gen 9 is probably going to be even better looking, in a similar way to like Gen 6, like at the time we're like, this is amazing, like it's so 3D and it's so immersive, and then like that compared to Gen 7, it's like apples and oranges. Like Gen 7 is so much better visually, and just like your avatar character actually has like real like body proportions and can move on like a Z-axis, and so it's, you know, I think like Gen 9 will be like the real nice one, but it always takes Pokemon like an extra generation on a new piece of hardware to really like make their statement. I think, at least in terms of like graphical capabilities, at least. Thank you, Null, and have a great rest of your night. I do appreciate that. You were awesome, and take care, my friend. Take care. Also, that was 876. I did not click the button. I had a dream where I soft resetted over an Oshawott. Uh-oh. I mean, is Oshawott and Samurott really that great of a shiny? I mean, I get what you're saying. That's still a nightmare. Soft resetting over any shiny, especially a starter like that, I get you, but like, I'm trying to think. I can't really remember what Oshawott shiny even looks like. Yeah, Sun and Moon is a major improvement on X and Y. Go back to that game and compare it. It's pretty bad. It's crazy, right? And it's only like a 3-year difference. It's like, and only a 2-year difference from Oras to the first Sun and Moon, but it really like it shows, right? It's there for sure. There's one thing to be said about the graphics X and Y. The transitions, our frame rate is much smoother than Oras and Gen 7 so far. Yeah, especially the double battles and stuff too. But they had hiccups too. They could never play 3D. Like, I don't even think we had, like, our Sun and Moon even 3D compatible? I'm pretty sure they're not, right? Because like it chugged so bad in X and Y, and people gave them so much crap. They were just like, don't even worry about that. Just like get rid of that. Isn't that crazy? Like literally the whole point of making the 3DS was for the 3D, and then Pokemon's just like towards the end they're like, this is stupid. This is a bad gimmick. Let's get rid of that. Like literally, like they could have just kept them on the 2DS or the DS, right? No, they could. I mean, the 3DS is obviously much more powerful than the DS, right? But I still think it's kind of funny. They say 3D compatible on the box, but it lies. Yeah, it's maybe in some cutscenes they might have the ability, but yeah, it's brutal. But yeah, it's crazy though. Like if you would have told me, like there are Switch games, sorry, there are Wii games that you can play on a new 3DS XL. I mean, mind you, there's definitely a cut in frame rate sometimes, and there's a drop in the overall quality, but like that's crazy that you can play. Like not only it was mind-boggling to me when like you could start playing N64 games on the DS, like Super Mario 64 DS. Am I really gonna get hiccups again? This better not happen. This cannot be the return of Hiccup 10s. When I move out, I'm going to get a Cockatiel. Nice, nice. I need some following Pokemon in Gen 8. It's going to be almost impossible, though. Like, I want it to, but I can't see them, like, making those proportions make sense in a 3D space, in an HD 3D space without the Pokemon looking completely out of place. Like, it'd be so weird to have, like, a Wailord as big as it is, to scale, following you and not like just crushing the buildings in a town, or having it just look awkward as it slides across the ground because it can't actually walk because it doesn't have legs, you know? That's why I don't think we're ever gonna get it. I don't think we're ever gonna get walking Pokemon again. I think we might be able to get like walking starters or something, but like certain Pokemon get special treatment the same way Pikachu gets an anime voice cry but no other Pokemon do. Or if you in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, if you go to the Elite Four and have your starter Pokemon in your party, it like pops out of the Pokeball, and you have a nice little cutscene of like, you know, it evolved and we made it this far, and it's so cool. So I can see stuff like that happening more, but I don't think they'll be able to make all 800 have the appropriate models to scale that actually can interact with the world around you in that space. I think it's an impossibility because there's too many variables and variants. But that's just my opinion, of course. I am not a programmer. Maybe it is very, very possible. Like, I don't know, obviously. That's my opinion. Random hiccups. They didn't come. I was able to stop them, luckily. So, a one win. Leave it to Fluffpuff to add legs to the Mons. Yeah. Not sure if I spelled it right, overkill, but there you go. On Saturday, I had a sleepover at a friend's house. We made a video, and his little brother sold my glasses when I woke up. He's like 6. He sold your glasses? What does that even mean? He like, how did he sell your glasses? What? Your friend's little brother came into the room, took your glasses, and had already sold them on like Kijiji before you even like woke up? Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, Gates to Infinity was all 3D models, and obviously the Pokemon were walking around. So having it be similar but behind you in the new games would be plausible. True, but remember, that was still using like, well, yeah, I guess you're kind of right. You have a point. But it looked kind of awkward, and I think they got away with it because it had a very chibi art style. I don't think that the Gen 8 games will have, like, it'll still be cel-shaded, but I don't think it'll be as, like, chibi and quite as, like, janky. Like, those games definitely, you gotta admit, like, they had a kind of janky art style to them that kind of benefited from having Pokemon that kind of, like, just waddled and stuff. But I don't think you're really gonna get away with that but we'll see. I mean, I'm hoping too. Trust me, I'm not saying I don't want that to happen. Like, I want that to happen. I think, like, people are really expecting that almost to happen. It seems to be, like, the #1 request of Gen 8. And I think it's, like, an impossible request to fulfill. Like, I don't think it's gonna be easy. Again, maybe Gen 9 can figure it out, or, like, Gen 4 remakes. But I don't think on their own, I don't think Gen 8 will. A whale with legs! Maybe how having his following starter in Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon is a hint. But again, certain Pokemon definitely, like, lend themselves well to being able to do that. But a lot of Pokemon don't, and that's the problem. Is, like, it's easy to have a Rockruff follow somebody. That's no problem. Game Freak could do that, no problem. It's easy to have a starter follow somebody, no problem. Like, that is something, and I think you are onto something. And I think, like I said, we'll see more of that. But I think they're going to pick and choose where you see it. I don't think they're going to be able to, like, just make every single Pokemon able to follow you. I think there's going to be boundaries. Again, how do you have a Wailord not crush, like, a town? And you know what I mean? Unless the roads are massive already, which they could be. And then everything I'm saying is, like, null and void. But yeah. I was at work Friday, and halfway through the day, I was hit by the flu. Uh-oh. It's going around. Be careful. One of the worst flu seasons we've had in some time, for sure. It is, yeah, Max, I kind of agree with you. Like, yeah, I think it's a great feature, but it's definitely more of, like, a cosmetic-y thing. I definitely, like, I want to see other improvements, right? Like, I want to see more freedom in your gyms and, like, that challenge. I want to see, like, more cinematics and more... I want to see anime voice cries for every single Pokemon, not just Pikachu. But, like, that's one of those things. It's like, if it happens, I'll be so happy. But, like, I'm not actively... Like, I think there's better things they can fix. They definitely need to fix the hand-holding. That's the #1 thing. From coming off of Gen 7, they need to, like, do away with that. And I don't know if they will, because unlike Gen 5 when they had hand-holding and stuff, you know, those games didn't sell quite as well. Gen 7 sold crazy well. Like, so I think, like, I don't think they're going to learn, and I think we're going to get just as, like, hand-holding games for Gen 8. Because money is what talks, overall. If they're, like, you know, they're not going to react to what, like, critics say. They're not going to react to what, like, the vast community says. They're really going to pay attention to, like, what money says about the games. If people are buying the games and they're buying more of those games than they did X and Y or URAS, they're going to be like, well, people seem to like this style, so let's double down on that. Let's make another Lily, you know? Hello, Stan. What's up, Feej Bob? But in Sun and Moon's code, there were walking threats. Of course. And we saw in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, we saw those walking Pokemon, right? Come to fruition. So, we like, it definitely exists. I just think that, you gotta remember, everything that they just made for Ultra Sun and Sun and Moon, that's null and void. Like, that's out the window. Because Gen 8, they're gonna have to make, like, models again from the ground up to be able to work not only on the handheld, but on a 1080p TV. So, they're gonna have to remake their models. They can't just, like, put a band-aid on the current ones. Or maybe they were already like possible to make in HD. I don't know. But it seems to me like they're probably going to have to like, you know, go above and beyond. Well, we'll see. We'll see. But it's, I don't know. Gen 8's going to be super interesting. And I was really, really hoping we might see some sort of hint at it during today's Pokemon Day. And we didn't, which, I mean, again, Pokemon works on a 3-year schedule. They always have. So it was kind of even greedy, I think, to assume that we'd eventually get like a Gen 8 teaser. But I was kind of hoping for it. I'm not going to lie. But yeah, it seems like it's going to be 2019 for sure. The fact that we didn't get even a teaser, that really does make me think that we're going to have to wait till 2019 for Pokemon. However, that does mean that hopefully 2018 we'll get a Smash Bros. Game or a Fire Emblem game. E3 is going to be really cool. That's all I'm saying. E3 is going to be pretty dope. I think we're already almost guaranteed to get Metroid Prime 4. Mind you, I'm not like a massive 3D Metroid person. I like Prime, but like I'm not crazy for it. But it's still cool, at least a cool little, you know, Nintendo game. I haven't watched an anime in a long time. I don't know if I have either. I recently watched New Girl. Oh, no, I did. I finished Fate Apocrypha or whatever. So I did. I finished the second half of that on Netflix recently. Oh, thank you, Adrian, but you don't got to worry about it. Do you think that the Pokemon series would stick with the top view for gameplay? That's a great question as well, Retro. That's actually a wonderful, wonderful view. I think for Gen 8, yes. I think, but Gen 9, maybe not. Maybe we get more of a third person over the shoulder. Maybe we get more of a first person even, or maybe you can switch between the two. I do think that's where Pokemon is headed, is first person or third person over the shoulder instead of like an above cam. Because I think the above cam really works for like especially the 3DS and the 2DS console. I think they work so well. But yeah, on a Switch, on a TV, I don't think that works as well. So yeah, and that's another thing. You gotta remember too. Game Freak right now has to remake the entire interface because since Gen 4, they've been able to utilize 2 screens. Now on the Switch, they have to work with 1 screen again, which they haven't had to do since Gen 3, which was like what, almost 15 years ago, or maybe it was 15 years ago. Oh my God! But yeah. What show are you watching now? I'm not really watching any show right now. I'm kind of just like when I have the time. Like I said, I've been pretty busy these last like few weeks. And I've been just kind of like watching movies when I'm able to. That's pretty much it. Like, yo, you were not kidding. Denial Chaudhry just became a sponsor. Enjoy the Dancing Pikachu. Enjoy having your name as the new recent sponsor. Enjoy your beautiful, bold, green-colored name in the chat with that baby rhino badge. And but most importantly, enjoy letting everybody know at all times that you are an above and beyond supporter. You help me, you know, contribute both financially, but also help my spirits by just your continued patronage, both in terms of your energy, but also, of course, the finances as well. I just appreciate you. So thank you so much, Denial Chaudhry, for sponsoring. You're awesome. I really do appreciate that. And give Denial some hype, guys. Please, please, please give some hype. I mean, that is pretty cool. That is pretty cool. Like I said, February is a typically like dry and slow month in YouTube, just regardless. And March as well can be pretty brutal. So the fact that you did that, it helps a lot. So thank you, my friend. Denial hype. How do I do a special emote? You have to be a sponsor, unfortunately. As a sponsor, you get access to, I believe right now, we're working with 4 or 5 custom emotes, which now Denial you also have access to by putting :random, and then there's like random hype, random love, random shiny. You can post new emotes that are exclusive to sponsors only. You also will be enabled to have access to 1 video a month that is sponsor only, which is super cool as well. So look forward to that. Unfortunately, February's has already passed, but you will be able to see March's when that comes out. You also, if you're in my Discord at all, you also now are able to have your name in yellow as a Hall of Fame member. It also gives you access to an exclusive sponsor-only text chat as well as voice chat, which is really cool. Here for some Latina Pokemon music. Yep, Roy, just give me, I'm at 192 or 892 on the right side. I just got to get to 900 on the right side. Sorry, I'm a little over time. But you will hear it, I promise. You will hear it. Just stand by me like Benny King, please. And you'll hear it very, very shortly, I promise you. Roy emotes are the best emotes. I'm going now. Have a great night. And he stole them, not sold them. And until... Oh, he stole them! I thought you said sold. I was like, what? How did he sell your glasses? But yes, have a great night and stay fresh, Supersonic. See you on Thursday, my friend. Do you know the Roy Boy Man? The Roy Boy Man. The Roy Boy Man. Do you know the Roy Boy Man who lives on... I can't say lane. Zimbabwe lane. Yeah, play the music. Not until the outro. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. We got it because I don't want that music playing if we actually get the shiny, which still could happen. I know it's very unlikely, but shiny hunting is always unlikely. So, especially a soft reset. So, it could happen. So, if you guys just hold your horses, give me 6 more attempts on the right-hand side, and then I will say my goodbyes and play the music, okay? It's going to take less than 5 to 10 minutes, probably. Working for the boy every night and day. Big wheels keep on turning. Roy boy keep on burning. Roiling, rolling, roiling, roiling, roiling down the river. Doop 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 doop. All right, 5 more, guys. 5 more. I've got to go now, but I hope you find the shiny. Thank you, Jenna, for tuning in. I learned all about your blood scenario as well today. That was interesting. But yeah, thank you for tuning in, and I hope you enjoyed the stream. Have a great rest of your night as well, and I hope to see you on Thursday also. Oh, well, thank you, Alex. I'm glad. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I'm glad you enjoyed it. We're yeah, they're fun. They're fun. I promise you, they're even more fun when I'm not like doing the same Pokemon for an entire month. Unfortunately, that's just like I have a very specific plan of like I need to get all of the new Gen 7 Pokemon first, and because of that, now I'm at like the bottom of the barrel, and it's some of the hardest ones, including Type Null and Poipole are the 2 hardest Pokemon to get in Gen 7. If you're trying to get like the Gen 7 Pokemon, they're by far the hardest. Not in terms of like they're, you know, it's soft resetting. You can get lucky, but the Shiny Charm does not affect them. They're always 1 in 4,000 odds because they're gift Pokemon, and yeah, and they're a pain. They're a pain. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it for you guys. But after this, we're gonna do Stack Attacka, and then really we can do like pretty much anything. And usually, like some cases, we can get a shiny every single stream. Like that's how awesome it is. Roy's gonna be all right. It's so great to be able to interact with you like this. Most streamers can't even read the comments fast enough. Yeah, I mean that's like the one good like kind of side. Oh, what am I doing? That's kind of like the one good side of having like a smaller kind of like audience, is that you do get to really interact with so many people. Personally, my perfect viewership is about 400. That's where I can still manage, and I get like, you know, some really great questions in there, but I can still read most of what people are saying. Anything more than that, when it starts getting into like 500, it starts to become kind of really hard to moderate properly, to ensure that, you know, everyone's being fair and appropriate and things like that. So yeah, I definitely, I think it's good. It's good. Roy, finish the videos. Roy actually really does need to, instead of playing Fortnite with like Canadian goobers and playing Shadow of the Colossus on his free time, he owes it to everybody, I think, especially me, to go out there and actually do what he says he's gonna do. Release some videos, you know? 400, how do you manage? Well, you're not able to manage everything, but typically, if someone has a point, you will see it eventually. It might take a few posts, but like 400 is good. 400 is a nice little medium. Yeah, but Roy, you also don't stream frequently enough to really make it habitual. Like, when you start making it like a habit, then you get so used to the game, and you get in that rhythm that you can then just mostly pay attention to chat. Alright, guys. Here we go. We are going to be able to get to 665 and 900. So let's go. I'm going to try to tee these up properly. Of course, with the current odds in play, it's not looking good for today. Like I still say, I just want to try to get these things, one of them in under 2,000. That would be cool to me. That would be like ideal, but we'll see. But for now, let's talk to Gladion. Let's talk to Wiki, and let's give How his How has had so many Malasadas that I've taken away from him. That poor guy. Alright. Alright, so let's go. I'm going to do the one on the left first. So I'm going to do 665 first. Let's go. Alright. Is it shiny? it is not. Which means, ladies and gentlemen, there is one last chance for us to walk away with a shiny prize today on Pokemon Day. We've done another about 150, give or take. So this is going to be number 900. Let's go. Let's do it. Shiny luck, shiny hype, and let's go. And it is not shiny, which I gotta say, like I'm starting to notice a pattern. The last one is typically not, although it would be so cool if like next stream it was. But ladies and gentlemen, I do want to thank you for tuning in tonight, for your time, your energy, your support. You guys are awesome. If you liked the video, if you subbed, Denial, thank you for becoming our most recent sponsor. You were amazing. I appreciate that, and I hope you enjoy all the perks that comes along with that. Excuse me. I also have to, of course, shout out everyone who donated today. We had Taco, Super Ash twice, Jojo is a Go-Go, Rob Productions, and I think that was it. And of course, like I said, that Denial Shodery sponsorship. So thank you to everybody for that support as well. But now, ladies and gentlemen, I've been promising you guys, I've especially been promising Roy for a while to play one specific particular song. I will just cue it up here. All right. So, you guys will probably recognize this song because it's like the biggest song of last year. And it's actually amazing how creative they got with the names. The singing, again, is not... The singing's like a C out of, you know, if you're ranking it, like a 5 out of 10. But the actual song itself is probably like a 10 out of 10. It's amazing. So please enjoy it. I love you guys. I love your faces. I will see you Thursday. I might even have amazing news Thursday. We'll see what happens. But until now, take care. The next time I see you, it'll be March 1st. A whole nother month is gone. Thank you for another wonderful month. Thank you, Taco, for being, you know, Baby Rhino or King Rhino of the month. I do appreciate that. You are amazing. And happy hunting, baby rhinos. I will see you guys very soon. Now it's time to get to what I've been promising all of this time. In just a moment here, I'm sorry. I have to actually turn off the... Okay, let's go. Enjoy, ladies and gentlemen. Ooh, here we go.
This is joy.
I'm gonna post the link too. It's better with the actual visuals.
Oh yeah, sai, sounds like it's Gabriel and Perfume Yana. Todo dam so one of the Quenyanask. Victory better text called the Pikabuto. Lukai. Freedom in the church and the dreams the trio. Felix Sasha, one Julio Adino. Big Wishiwashi, human top Latinos. Midori. Genesis, I was the seal of Rio. Minior, Pachiso, Oricorio.
Roy's Spanish blood is heating up. It's so good. Like, again, the singing is but like the use of names is phenomenal. You gotta watch the actual video.
lo detenito. Haría article no sol galillo. Parece faltaría Mari Plaxillo. Palito, palito, suave, suavecito. No relaxo, Raichu, chino, chino. Ragazzi, ti portas. Troubleshooting with Nihiligo.
Oh my god, there's a Naruto version as well. Oh. Do I click it? I'll watch it on my own time. I gotta end the stream. But I love you guys. Have a great rest of your night. I hope you enjoyed that. And seriously, watch the actual video of that. It's so much better with the actual like names. But that's gonna do it for me. Happy hunting, and I'll see you Thursday.